Allogene Therapeutics is trading at $1.71. And we can see right here that it's up over 26% over the last 5 days. When we go to Simply Wall Street, we can see that Pfizer are the largest shareholder in Allogene Therapeutics with 9.8%. The two main inside owners are Arie Belldegrun with 2.6%. and David Chang with 2.5%. And we can see right here this article, after developing one of the first therapies to genetically engineer white blood cells to attack cancer, and then selling their company Kite Pharma to Gilead for 11.9 billion USD, what do Arie Belldegrun and David Chang do next? And so Arie Belldegrun and David Chang were the co-founders of Kite Pharma and helped pioneer a breakthrough cancer therapy before Gilead Sciences acquired Kite Pharma for this $11.9 billion. David Chang, Kite's head of research and development, earned about $98 million from the deal, plus a $37 million golden parachute payment. Belldegrun won the lion's shares and rewards from the deal, bagging a total of $694 million from Gilead's acquisition. We can see here that Arie Belldegrun is a billionaire with a personal fortune of $1.4 billion, and now both Arie Belldegrun and David Chang have now switched their attention to Allogene Therapeutics. Belldegrun has also funded Allogene Therapeutics through investment companies as well. Allogene Therapeutics is a portfolio company of Belldegrun's venture firm, Two River, and is raising funding from investors like TPG, Vida Ventures, and Belco Capital. And we can see right here that Belco Capital is another of Belldegrun's investment vehicles. It was founded in 2003 by Rebecca Belldegrun MD and Arie Belldegrun MD. Belco Capital is a direct investment firm that focuses on deploying capital in life science, real estate, consumer products, media, and other sectors. And so many of you will know that one of my investment strategies is to track billionaires who have made their fortunes in the pharmaceutical industry, and I'm tracking these companies and making entries at very particular times. Usually it's at a time when the stocks are unpopular, there's a period of friction or difficulty and bad news, and that's when I'm going to make my entry. And I actually did this with Allogene Therapeutics. You'll see that there was a previous video perhaps 3 to 4 months ago when there was some bad news posted, when Allogene had to report a patient death, discontinued an investigational antibody in their CAR-T pivotal trial. And I was talking about making entries at this time. And so like I was saying, I'm tracking these stocks and I'm paying attention to the teams, the individuals spearheading the company. And I'm looking at, based on their previous track record, as a hedge that they are going to be successful in the future because they have world-class expertise and experience too. And we can see that Arie Belldegrun and David Chang fit this bill. And so like I was saying, we've seen a significant jump in the share price over the last few days right here. And this has everything to do with this recent announcement. Allogene Therapeutics positions 2026 as a program-defining year for scalable real-world allogenic CAR-T. And this announcement is absolutely critical as shareholders to pay attention to. We can see right here from the same press release, they've mentioned this catalyst stack anticipated in the first half of 2026. Two of the most well-defined catalysts in the first half of 2026 are the interim futility analysis for Cema-Cel, this top one right here, and the second one here, the initial proof of concept for ALLO 329, the dual CD19, CD70. But the top one right here is the major one which we really want to pay attention to, the pivotal phase 2 alpha-3 trial for Cema-Cel, and it corresponds to the very top treatment which we can see here in their pipeline. And it's of huge significance simply because it can be considered a make or break catalyst for 2026. We can see right here that currently the program taking place at the moment is in phase 2, and this alpha-3 trial, again indicated just here, will pause halfway through the trial for Allogene Therapeutics to discuss and deliberate and see whether they should continue with the trial. And so Cema-Cel is Allogene Therapeutics off-the-shelf therapy known as a CAR-T therapy, and if Allogene Therapeutics decide to continue with this trial, you know, that will be big news. It's almost an indication that the therapy or the treatment is working well sufficiently, and that Allogene Therapeutics have confidence, and in turn with that confidence what we should see is a further share price spike too. And so in summary, the unique service proposition with this therapy, or the main thesis or hypothesis, is they're hoping that they can create this treatment that will be off the shelf and that can be deployed much faster than current equivalent treatments on the market. And because it can be deployed near enough immediately, it's kind of a time saver for patients who are suffering from a critical lymphoma. When we look at the CAR-T cell therapy market forecast and outlook 2025 to 2035, The global CAR-T cell therapy market is projected to grow from 5.9 billion USD in 2025 to approximately 4.4 billion USD by 2035, recording an extraordinary absolute increase of 38.5 billion USD over the forecast period. This translates into a total growth of 658.5%, with a market forecast to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 22.4% between 2025 and 2035. And so if we look back to the Cema-Cel treatment in Allogene Therapeutics' pipeline, which we can see right here, if these trials are successful, Allogene Therapeutics effectively have an opportunity to become market leaders in this therapy with a faster, more efficient and scalable equivalent to the current treatments on the market. And so it's a huge commercial opportunity for the company. The treatment would effectively become the new standard procedure for care, and as a result we would see the share price kind of skyrocket to new levels. So the next step is the interim futility analysis from the pivotal phase 2 ALPHA3 trial, which will determine whether the trial and the program can keep moving forward. And if the trial continues, Allogene Therapeutics will finish the phase 2. We can see right here that the phase 2 is actually designed to be registrational, so in theory they shouldn't need to make the application, the BLA application to the FDA with a phase 3 trial, which again accelerates the potential progress with this treatment and a potential approval with the FDA too. And this would be absolutely huge for the stock, which is why we've seen a 1-year mean price projection for this stock of over $7 based on 12 analysts. You know, some have rated it significantly higher, others lower. But overall, there's a real sense of optimism with the stock, with a lot of people coming in, as we've seen with the increase in price at the moment. And fingers crossed, you know, we just have to wait, be patient and look to the future to see what happens over the next 4 to 5 months. And so naturally, I'll keep you posted with Allogene Therapeutics and all the other stocks that I cover on this channel. Thanks for watching, have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.